Hey guys, I'm here with Dacias King, and we have been talking for, gosh, how long has it been? A year or more on the phone?
Over a year, definitely.
And,
Off and on.
yeah, off and on, and we often get into little spats about cryptocurrencies. And I'm here to just general interview him today and find out his take on cryptocurrencies. It's something that I'm interested in and I'm not currently involved in, but I see the world moving toward cryptos, in the future. So we're just going to kick it right off. Can you tell us just a little bit about your background in the cryptocurrency world?
Yeah, Ryan, hi, it's nice to be here. Thanks for this interview. Yeah, the thing is I've been trying to pay close attention to new technology money on YouTube and Google, and I use these things as reference to stay on the trends of just new money of economics and information where money is possibly going in the future.
Hmm.
And I just strongly, just in my opinion, feel by following these researchers, these people who study these things through other colleges or institutions about the new technology of money and where things are going. I feel like I trust what they say and where I see things are going in the YouTube and what the sources that I follow. I trust these sources, and I don't know. It just seems like it's all coming together to pointing in the big direction of cryptocurrency technology. And I feel like since technology, if you do follow technology and the trends of it, I feel like within less than 10 years, 5 years, I feel like it'll be more technology everywhere.
Well, it's not
In
just
the
you.
future.
It's not just you because apparently you created a Facebook group just what, a month or two ago, and it's already got 2,300 subscribers on there. So a lot of people, are following what you're posting on here. Can you basically tell us in a general form, pretend I don't know anything, what is a cryptocurrency?
Crypto, hold on for 1 second. Oh,
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty there for a minute, but what I was talking about is there's a Facebook group that's got 2,300 people on it, and it's just been up for not very long at all. And I'm going through here and looking at all of the posts. Can you tell us, just in layman's terms, pretend I don't know anything, which I really don't, what is a cryptocurrency?
Well, I looked up the definition of it, a lot of Wikipedia, but I guess people have a lot of ideas of what a cryptocurrency could be, but I guess let's just stick to the definition of it if you want to hear it. I could read it out to you guys.
All right.
But what do you prefer? My opinion,
What
or do you?
I want to hear your take on it. What's your take?
My take, my take of a cryptocurrency, to my knowledge, to my uses of it, because I have a Bitcoin wallet, I have an Ethereum wallet, which me personally, I feel it's like a email with a banking account connected with it digitally, meaning it's like an email with a banking account. And if anybody else has an email with a banking account, we can send money to each other directly, peer to peer, digitally, without the interference of any banks or governments interfering with our private transaction that public is. It can be private, but it's public most likely, because it's a validation system of servers around the world that connects our wallet into computer systems that help validate transactions of money that's being sent to one wallet to another of like an email
Okay.
banking account,
Okay, so
digital.
so like right now I've got PayPal. I've got a PayPal account and it's hooked up to my bank account. And if I want to put money into my PayPal account, I will first have to put money I can send it directly, but it's got to go through a bank of some sort.
Yeah.
If I had I don't know, a cryptocurrency, Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that, how would I actually put money into it?
Well, there's certain different other. Well, I think banks are financial institutions, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
But there are other financial institutions that are, I guess, I would say, it's still like a bank in a way, because you're still leaving other, well, cryptocurrency money in these other financial institutions. But there are options to where you can have an offline private wallet that has nothing to do with storing your information with these financial institutions. They also, cryptocurrencies also allow a public private wallet as well to separate yourself from not being under the jurisdiction of any financial institute.
So you're not under the jurisdiction of let's say the U.S. government. The Federal Reserve has nothing to do with it.
Right. Right.
Are governments looking into creating any type of cryptocurrency?
Yes, that's what I'm. According to my research and studies and what I've been finding on YouTube, and to my understanding, yes, they're also really considering it because I've been finding out that other countries like Sweden, Somaliland, Kenya, Canada, South Korea, these are the type of sources on YouTube are the kind of countries well, Sweden is definitely going to be the first cashless society.
I don't doubt that a bit. Yeah.
So, but these other countries are soon to follow, and now I'm hearing China definitely is interested in Bitcoin according to YouTube sources. So I can only refer to YouTube resources. That's what's been what other people. That's what I follow.
Right. Okay. So let's say that the governments do go to this, or let's say they don't, and something disastrous happens in the world, and all of the currency values, the U.S. dollar, the Japanese yen, all that go way down in value. What happens to cryptocurrencies? Do they stay the same? Do they go down with the dollar, or do they go up in value?
I would say they will go up because they are separate. They're not under their jurisdiction. We got to remember, we're under the paper money, this U.S. Federal Reserve note dollars that we're using. We're under the Federal Reserve's jurisdiction. Bitcoin, it doesn't say Bitcoin Federal Reserve note coin. It's not. It's a different jurisdiction.
And there's a limited supply as well, correct?
Yes. Yep. It's a limited supply, and it's a digital asset, something totally separate from their game of enslavement game that's keeping people suppressed from freedom. The separation of giving people back the power, and what people are recognizing now of a crashing dollar to a thriving new money technology system of coins, of digital assets that are going to take over. It's a more better convenience and it's more freedom back to the people.
Okay. So if, let's say I had some type of business and I wanted to hire you, and you came to work for me and I paid you in a check or direct deposit or something, and then the government, they always track everything. How can people be paid for their services in cryptocurrencies, or how does that work?
They can, depending on, I guess, the merchant, whoever they are, I guess a form of payment where people want to accept that as a form of payment. But I believe definitely so. This will be the answer for people to get paid as well. It'll just be the same thing as a banking email wallet, as these companies, merchants will have loads of this. It'll be the same thing. All people will have to do is get that coin, whatever that's connected with the merchant, the same coin, and they can get paid through that as the same thing as anybody will get paid with Bitcoin or Ethereum or cryptocurrency. So it's just
how do I know which one to choose though? Like let's say that I chose. Well, okay, let's look at currencies. Right now, I've got U.S. dollars in my bank, and let's say that somebody down the road has Japanese yen in their bank, because let's say they live in Japan, and what if the U.S. dollar crashes and goes down to almost nothing, but the Japanese yen rises? He's going to be wealthier than I am. How do I know which cryptocurrency out there now to choose from? Because they seem to be popping up, and I wouldn't know who to go with. I mean, I've read stories about different companies, but I don't know who to choose.
Okay, well, I've done some more research on this kind of problems. And what I found now, according to YouTube researching and studying these other people that study money as well as I do, there's this company called BitGold.com. BitGold.com is now backing Bitcoin and Ethereum as a Federal Reserve back gold, I guess insurance of a company that will back now. That's now they're already backing Bitcoin, but now they're backing Ethereum, and so this will help give a better, I guess, a second limited supply that will make it more valuable, but the more convenient, but they'll help people with gold because people feel comfortable with something being backed by gold. And the Federal Reserve note the gold standard has been removed, well, if I'm not mistaken, since 1933, since they took over the U.S. Treasury, I think, but it was a civil war over this. There's something that happened, but when the Federal Reserve have came into play or established into 1933, they I guess somewhere around down the road they removed the gold and silver standard, the backing of it. So now let's fast forward to now what we're going through of 2016. We're going through this same problem, but China wants to reinforce the gold standard.
Right.
And the dollar's been bankrupt since 1933, since Federal Reserve took over and removed that by law. So this is a problem. And we need to understand that people are starting to wake up around the world. And it's starting to go back to people want sound money. I believe that with sound money is through gold and is through without corruption of the Federal Reserve, of any other financial institution that wants to not have sound money of the backing of the gold dollar, of a gold standard. And now it's being reinforced with China and now cryptocurrency companies and other third-party companies are recognizing the power of gold, and now they're understanding they want to combine the gold again and combine it with cryptocurrency now.
So,
and a lot of go ahead.
So you're saying that it doesn't really matter which one you choose. They're all going to have value, and you can trade on. Just like right now, I trade foreign exchange. I'll trade U.S. dollars for Canadian dollars or whatever. You can interweave them like that. Like, could I give you bitcoins, and in return you give me, I don't know, some other form of cryptocurrency in exchange?
Yes, there's this website called shapeshift.com. You can Google Shapeshift. They will allow you to, I guess they are one of the main popular companies, trusted companies, to exchange. You can take your Bitcoin and exchange it for any other kind of cryptocurrency now. I guess I don't know if they're fairly new.
Wait. I think I typed in the wrong thing. I typed in Shapeshift. Pilates.com. Hang on just a second.
No, Google it. Google Shapeshift. I think it's shapeshift.com. It's supposed to be .com.
Let me try it.
Let's check. But Google it. Shapeshift exchanging your cryptocurrency coins. And CoinMarketCap too. It has a separate website to determine the.
It's shapeshift.io, I believe.
Sorry about that.
Okay, let's talk about this Shapeshift. What do they do?
Okay, they exchange. You can take your Bitcoins and send them to them to exchange it for other coins. So they're like the middleman of giving you different coins, cryptocurrency coins, if you want to change value of cryptocurrency coins. If you don't like the way Bitcoin is going in price, you can exchange your Bitcoin or whatever amount you want, and they'll give you an exchange for them in a different type of cryptocurrency coin.
Hey, hang on just 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to pause it for just a minute. But hey, okay, so can these things be stolen? Can people steal your stuff?
Yes, unfortunately, but they've been Bitcoin. They're developers. They're just Bitcoin developers are trying to make Bitcoin better. But the problem, to my studies, as far as what I've been hearing on YouTube from other YouTubers, they're researchers, and the thing is Bitcoin has a lot of imperfections. What I've heard still, as far as getting it more, advancing the security more, and it's something that's called a public key or private key. Think of it like as instead of just filling in a single password, to get in your account or your Bitcoin wallet or cryptocurrency wallet, it'd be 3, 4, 5 different passwords that need to be validated, like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
it needs to be validated through other companies to validate the passwords to help boost up the security. But Ethereum has a multi-signature. It has 3 private keys. You get a key. The company gets a key, and another company or something like that to validate your password. Then you're allowed to get in your own wallet to help prevent getting hacked.
Okay.
But there's a lot of bad companies that's been getting hacked. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it, but they have, because I guess it's not been secured enough. But Ethereum's developers, they've been working very, very hard on trying to advance the security systems. As I just told you, 3 public key multi-signature wallet as 3
Right.
private keys as passwords to help beef up the security, to help your wallet
Yeah,
get
I
hacked.
see it. It's in development. A lot of them are in development, and over the next few years, I think they will start gaining a lot more exposure. I mean, they're getting exposure now, and people are getting interested in them now. So, okay, okay. What do you think the world's going to look like? Let's say 25 years from now, from a monetary standpoint.
Cryptocurrency only. Cryptocurrency only.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else but cryptos, flying cars. Just everything is going to be so automated. Robots everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Oh.
And it's just going to be to pay for things with cryptocurrency. You pay a robot to do this and automate your service and do it not only on into the internet, but as physically paying for selfless driving cars. I mean, come on, with cryptocurrency. And why not? It's more convenient. It's a lot faster.
Well,
I mean, as long as they can advance the
here's
security systems and the developers do it right to where it can not be unhackable easily. I think people are going to choose it a lot more better with technology advancing more and more through the years. As we get more and more into the smartphone world and paying for smartphone, I think it's inevitable to not say that cryptocurrency would be the ultimate way. I think they'd be the ultimate way when it's all said and done.
I just don't want a robot to come to my house and kill me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what life's going to be like 25 years from now. I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier today about what the internet was like in 1994. In 1994, you could use dial-up, and it took 5 minutes to upload, just some clip art. And I even talked to investors back then about a few things, and they told me, yeah, the internet is just a fad. It's going away. Well, we're here, 20 years later, and yeah. Okay, well, there's a lot of conspiracies out there. There's conspiracies all over the place. I love conspiracy theories. And I will tell you some things that some of them are true. They've been proven to be true, whether it be why we got into the Vietnam War or, whatever. There's a lot of things that's been proven to be true that were conspiracy theories. What's one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there right now as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned?
Well, the good or the bad, the pros or the cons?
I want the bad. I want to know. I want to see the world go down in a ball of flames. What do you got?
Ultimately, I think it's just going to be one cryptocurrency that's going to outdo the rest. And I'm just going to say for right now, Ethereum, as the best of the best developers are joining and learning the code of Ethereum to create their own cryptocurrency within the Ethereum's domain, as far as the motherboard controller of all code of Ethereum. They're learning the code of Ethereum to develop more. Well, Bitcoin is a smart contract on a basic level. Ethereum it's a smart contract, but it's an advanced smart contract on it's in a whole nother class in itself. And once Ethereum developers start to prove this, there's so many different things that Ethereum can do versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very limited because it's been coded to do limited things. It wasn't coded to be a very flexible system of a coin to really make it super flexible of different advancement company. Not advancement. Well, advancement in investment companies, but these are advanced ways to pay. Ethereum has an advanced way to create different contracts.
I know what a contract is. I trade those all the time.
What is a different way that they are attaching new stuff to a smart contract, but they're doing it in so many different ways of advancement that a contract can only really go through until Ethereum allows this flexibility that Bitcoin just can't do.
Okay, I'm going to throw a hardball at you right now. I want to hear your take. What happens if, I don't know, terrorists they hack into power grids or some type of EMP goes off and we just lose all electricity and we have to start over? There is no internet. There is nothing. Do we all lose everything we have if it's all held up in cryptocurrencies?
I'm going to say no, because if it's just if the grid is just shut down, I believe in hard drives. I think hard drives, I don't think they can be, I don't know, maybe they can be wiped clean, but we're talking about servers around the world. Servers around the world that have, maybe, are you talking about the whole world?
Oh, well, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? We don't know what's going to happen, but there is a possibility that terrorists will take out the internet and we can't get it to come back up. However, the hard drives, if they're held in hard drives in several different places, where's the code actually held? I mean, is it in one hard drive? Is it in little bits?
I think it's in many servers.
Yeah.
There's a different servers that have to hold this type of account information as well. So I'm gonna call it 50-50 on that, but I would rather have it than not have it at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm willing to take that gamble.
Yeah.
And I think since there are computer servers around the world, I don't think they all will be affected to a shutdown area. Or if it is, I don't think it will affect everywhere because there are solar panels now. There are other things that are energizing people's homes and stuff.
Right.
Companies. So I'm gonna call that 50.
You know,
rather have cryptocurrency than go without it.
There is a neighborhood being built just right down the street from me. I'm in Irvine, California right now, and the new homes that they're building, on their roof they have solar panels, and it's pretty neat. I don't know, if it provide how much electricity it actually provides, but houses are being built more and more with solar panels. A lot of people are even starting to live off the grid. Now, I'm not like one of those people on TV. What is that show called? There's a show on TV where these crazy people live off the grid, and I'm going to call them crazy because if you're willing to go on TV and show everything you have, once the power does go out, you're going to be the first person they hit if everybody knows everything you have. But
charge up. Can I plug up?
Oh, I know. Okay, so if I wanted to buy some, what would I do? If I said, okay, I want to buy some cryptocurrency, some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, how would I go about doing that?
All you have to do is go to bitcoin.com or ethereum.org. But you can just Google Bitcoin, how to get Bitcoins, Google it, or how to get Ethereum, or how to get cryptocurrency wallets. Just Google it or YouTube it. The information there, but I'll say Bitcoin. Try bitcoin.com first, and then go for ethereum.org.
Okay.
Those are the two ones I would definitely highly recommend. If you check coinmarketcap.com, it shows that they are the top two, at least the top 5 best cryptocurrencies to go with so far right now, and really I don't see anything else taking over it for right now, but definitely the next 5-10 years, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum definitely have the head start on all the other cryptocurrencies. It's going to take a lot while for the altcoins to really start taking over, but I think Ethereum ultimately, I'm more of an Ethereum than a Bitcoin lover.
Mm-hmm.
because I've heard some things about it that I didn't like because, like I said, Bitcoin is like a prototype crypto coin.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing from my other sources but it's a lot of bad developers who aren't getting their shit together with Bitcoin. They're not making Bitcoin better as fast as they need to. And Ethereum doesn't have this problem. They already are they're fixing the problem. They already fixed the problems that Bitcoin or the problems that Bitcoin has, and Ethereum has already fixed these problems with better developers, and they're handling it a lot faster. Any kind of problems more than Bitcoin. So overall, Ethereum is the ultimate choice I would go with because of this problem.
Well, I have proposed I've proposed some actual trading contracts on trading exchanges before, Bitcoin and Ethereum, all of these, without actual paper dollar involvement, actually paying in Bitcoin and having your account in Bitcoin. But the regulations right now are just ridiculous. So, whatever. But, there's going to be a lot of mental investment in this. A lot of research is going into it all over the web. It's something that I'm interested in because I love things like this. A lot of people think that people, and I'm gonna throw out a name right now. And when you hear this name, some of what this guy says actually comes true. Alex Jones. Have you ever? Okay. Now he's a loudmouth SOB, and everybody knows it. But from time to time, I will look at what he's got to say, and not only that, I check the facts, and quite often, what he has to say pans out to be, I don't know. It's just weird. A lot of things are weird. Something happened a couple of days ago with the Egypt air crash that was weird. Planes shouldn't just go, and disappear. So this whole conspiracy theory, the whole cryptocurrencies, I know it's kind of interwoven right now because there's a lot of developers working on it. Nobody really knows which way to go. But I do see that in the future, they're going to be taking off. And I do see the value going up with them. So do you have any last words for anybody that wants to check out any further?
Just come to the group. Try to find it on Facebook. Cryptocurrencies.
I got it up.
Auto trading, cloud mining, investment opportunities. Hopefully it should pop up in the search on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to include it in the notes. I'm going to put this up on YouTube, and I'm going to include it in the notes. So they'll be able to find it. So I encourage everybody to go to the group and just get involved. Start asking questions. Start posting stuff. But don't come in there. I'm going to tell people to respect you right now. Don't come in there and start posting every stupid piece of crap. Don't come in there and try to advertise your junk product. If you're coming in there to his group, it's people that actually want to learn about cryptocurrency. So go ahead. I stole the mic from you. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. I have put the settings up. I think I made you an administrator too. They have to send, if anybody want to try to sell anything on there, they have to go through us first. You could try to, but it's supposed to be sent to us first before we can approve it. So I wouldn't trying to sell things in there because we are trying to learn more about cryptocurrency. It's more like a study group.
Right.
Type of study hall. We really want to learn about cryptocurrency because I believe and others believe that it is the future wealth to come. And whether people want to ignore it or not, but it's coming. It's coming.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for doing this interview, and I might do another one down the road whenever I do some more research. But I had a good time.
Me too. Hey, bring it on the next round. I'll be better prepared for more of your challenging questions because we want to get down to the truth of what's ultimately the ultimate wealth of it. Because I'm tired of playing the Federal Reserve game. I want out, and I want sound money. I just want sound wealth that can't be inflated or hyperinflation or de-inflation. I don't want to play that game. Yeah. I want something that's sound money that works long term and I can believe in and I can pass it down to my children, and we can all be prosperous and live in love, peace, and harmony. I believe in the freedom of cryptocurrency, and I feel like it's better freedom to be with cryptocurrencies than leave my money with the bankers, with the governments, which they already are screwing us over. Which, according, like I said, according to my sources, that it might not be looking good at the end of this year. So I urge people to really come to the group, start learning, just whatever you can do. Let's share information. Let's really start connecting. And that's I believe we can help each other prosper.
One thing is, did you know that every single fiat currency, this is a paper currency backed by nothing but the faith of a government. That's what a fiat currency is. Right. Every single one of those throughout history went to zero. So there we go.
And now they're going back. And now they're going back to gold. They're going back to gold. But like I said, BitGold.com, they're doing what they're bringing back the gold standard, but they're connecting it with Bitcoin and Ether now. So you can buy some gold under them. You can have gold sent to you, or you can leave it up to them into their vault. They are a stock market company called Gold Money Inc. But they can hold your gold, or you can request your gold and have it sent to you physically, or you could buy it in. You could buy into them with Bitcoin and Ethereum right now as a cryptocurrency. So they believe in the power of cryptocurrency as well.
All right. Well, it's very fascinating, and I'm going to do some more research on my own. But that's pretty much going to conclude this little interview. I'll get it up on YouTube here shortly, and I'll include your Facebook group there. So thank you for being here, and I will talk to you next time.
Thanks, Ron. Appreciate you, bro. Take care.
Too. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, guys. My name is Ryan. Hi, Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Ryan.
Good. Hang on just a second. Let me fix my screen, and I will be right with you.
Sure. I'm just finishing up a chat.
Okay, here we go. I have been talking for the past 30 minutes with Mr. King, and he wanted to bring you in on the call. We're talking about cryptocurrencies and the way different people view them. We have talked about a couple of conspiracy theories. We talked about some of the research going on. What is your take on cryptocurrencies around the world? Where do you think it's headed?
Overall summary of that is I believe it's certainly the future of money. There's so much innovation and technological advancement here that you have this type of transformation of the financial landscape. Can't really go backwards. We never have.
Hang on just a second. Okay, we had a little technical glitch there, but Patrick, what is your background as far as researching cryptocurrencies?
I got started in cryptocurrency, understanding Bitcoin. I was exposed to it probably 4 or 5 years ago and thought about buying it then and was like, I don't really know enough about it, don't know how to get it, didn't do enough research then. Couple years ago, one of my mentors and really close friends said, we got to get into a cryptocurrency business. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he just, kept dropping that seed. And then about 2 years ago, somebody introduced me to the first home business opportunity in the cryptocurrency space. And I was like, okay, I better research and figure out what this is. So I watched videos and documentaries and read books. And I now am very... have a strong understanding of cryptocurrency, the blockchain, and what Bitcoin is, what challenges it has. And I'm working with another cryptocurrency that is very innovative, doing things that have never been done before. So it's even broadening my understanding of how big this industry is overall. Working with these guys. So the original person who said, hey, we need to get into a cryptocurrency business is actually the president of this company. And he wasn't originally the president. They called him up and said, hey, come evaluate this company, check it out. He's been He came from Wall Street, vice president of Liberty Financial for 25 years, has they call him Rain Man for his very strong understanding of mathematics and economics. And he's restructured network marketing companies, rewritten compensation plans, been two-time master distributor. So he's very well-rounded to be the right person to launch a cryptocurrency company, because everything I've seen out there, when we got into it, we realized, okay, this is a scam, this is a money game, this is frowned upon by the government. And so he was invited out to review it, check it out, to come on as just the master distributor. And since he came on, and he never wanted to do this again, he never wanted to be a master distributor. He's 50 something years old now, I think 51, early 50s. And he just, he's tired. He's made his money, and he's like, why would I need to go do another thing? And when he saw how big this cryptocurrency opportunity is, and how this new cryptocurrency we're working with, we're going to be able to do things that have never been done before, and he realized he couldn't just let that opportunity slip up. So he took the position as master distributor, and then became the president of the company as he got more involved in it.
What's the name of the company?
The name of the company, well, we sell mining time, automated mining time. So the average person, doesn't have to deal with the barriers of learning how to do Bitcoin mining. It's called Visionary. And Visionary is sells the software, produces the coin, which is called the Capricoin. And Visionary, by the way, is VIZIONARY.
VIZ. I'm going to look that up right now.
Sure. And
is it visionary.com?
So they visionary.com.
Okay, there we go. I got it pulled up here. Okay, now go ahead and tell me a little bit about this company.
So they're based out of Belize. They've got multiple offices now. We're growing at a rate of over 300 people a day now. I'm the first person in North America. So I knew, like I said, this is like my best friend here, my mentor. So I knew well before the company launched what was happening. So when he called me up, he's like, hey, I'm taking this position. Do you want to come in with me? I'm like, how do I pass this up? So I came on board April 29th of 2015. We started out here in America, got the word out. We landed our coin on the regulated exchanges on July 20th, where we were recognized as real currency. And what we're doing here is, if you go to World Coin Index and you click on market cap and adjust the coins in ascending order from highest valuation and market cap, you'll see Capricoin is the 5th best performing cryptocurrency. And we've been on there less than a year, and we're doing things. We've had days where we've done more volume than Bitcoin. And it's because we're not just another speculative coin. We're not just another place to come in and buy low and sell high, and hopefully based off of an article that gets released, the coin popularity goes up for a little bit and there's a little frenzy on the coin. Like, that's happening right now because that's just the true nature of the wild west of the exchange. But what we want to do is we want to eliminate that volatility by releasing a mobile app. So we're the first cryptocurrency to integrate mobile technology, to where now we have the latest algorithm in cryptocurrency, and we've integrated it with mobile technology to now where we can move any amount of money to anybody, anywhere, instantly, without fees, and then exchange it in real time into any currency without fees. So today, our merchant app was released. Now, we're not just going to merchants right now and saying, hey, let's sign up all these merchants. We're doing a test run in Europe right now in 5 different countries. And we're going to test this out through the month of June. And we're going to get merchants on board over there. And we're going to test the adoption. Now, this is a thing that we can go to these merchants and say, hey, those credit card fees, those transaction fees, those merchant processing fees, we can eliminate that. You will no longer want to accept credit card anymore, because now somebody can come in here with a true boundaryless global currency that can be swiftly moved between any currency instantly without fees. So this
Okay, I'm going to
merchant,
interrupt you. How do you get paid if there's no fees? Okay.
I'm going to get into that. So we also are the first cryptocurrency to offer a cashback reward solution. That's how you get paid. One of the 12 ways to get paid. So let's say you've never heard of Capricorn and you see this business and it says, we accept Capricorn. And you walk in there and you try to pay with your credit card and they say, no thanks, we don't want that. Go ahead and download this app instead and pay through CapriPay. Well, you of course don't have the Capricorn right now, but you can use the CapriPay mobile app, and this eliminates their credit card fees. Now, if it's a small transaction, they can pay with cash up front. The whole purpose of me explaining this is we need to create an easy transition into this. And if you walk into a place and it says we accept Capricorn and you've never heard of Capricorn before, you can't pay with Capricorn. So we make it where you can pay through the CapriPay app and use cash instead, and that business can pay you a cashback reward to incentivize you and basically thank you for shopping with them. The idea here is we're giving this away for free to businesses, to people. They download this app. If that merchant said, hey, I don't accept credit card, but I do accept Capricorn, download this free app. When they scan that code to download the app, that merchant is now tied to that customer for life. So when they go shopping and the next Capricorn merchant offers a cashback reward and it's paid in Capricorn, now that merchant, they signed up that customer for free, but they're actually going to get paid off of that customer's shopping activity and the cashback rewards that they receive. And that's just one, like I said, one way of 12 ways to get paid in this whole.
Okay.
In this
Okay.
whole
Well,
business
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Mr. King and I have had many talks about cryptos for probably about a year now, and one of the things that I always bring up to him is what happens if number one, what happens when the governments get pissed off and try to start regulating everything as far as trying to dip their hands into any cryptocurrency? Will the playing field change if that happens?
Here's the thing. I see 6 months ago, the governments and the banks of the world said Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency is a dying fad. And it's growing beyond them. And the thing about the blockchain, this isn't just another patch to the monetary system. This is a monetary system. This is an international economy outside of the hands of the banking system and the government. So, first of all, which government has priority over claiming that they can regulate the cryptocurrency?
Well, let's say you live here in the U.S. and you've got a business here in the U.S. I don't know where your currency is held. Our government doesn't know where your currency is held. But if they can, they're going to try to dip their hands in it any way that they can. Governments, they all suck. And they're going to try to do that at some point in the future. I don't know how, but I see that happening down the road. Another thing that I see happening down the road, maybe not in the next 10 years or not even in the next 100 years, but at some point in our future, something drastic is going to happen and take out the power grid, maybe in the U.S. or China or some country, maybe the entire world. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. What happens if the power goes down? Let's say a power grid was taken out in the U.S. or whatever. Would my cryptocurrencies be held in a server somewhere in another part of the world, or would they just be gone?
Well, it depends. So here's the thing. Like if you If you kept your coins on the Visionary, the Capricorn network, no, they'd be protected because we only need two computers communicating with each other, and they are in a secretly disclosed location, or excuse me, non-disclosed location, um, and no matter what happens to the grid, as long as your coins are on that network, those computers communicating with each other keeps the entire network open. So that's definitely been addressed, and it was a concern from a lot of people, including myself. Now, if you have your coins, say, on your desktop, because it's digital currency, you could put them on a thumb drive and move them, here and there into another computer and so forth. And something your hard drive crashes and you can't get them out. I mean, there's your coins are gone. But as far as being on the network is concerned, I mean, you can have them on your mobile app, but it's the coins are not on your phone. They're not on. They're on the network, and your phone is connected to an API to the network with your wallet address that can access those coins. So if something happens, your coins are
Okay.
still protected.
Okay. All right. We had another technical glitch there, but okay. I'm recording again now. If I wanted to pay you, let's say in Bitcoins, and you wanted to give me Ethereum in return, can you do that just like a foreign currency transaction?
There's thousands of them out there, and 98% of them are a fraction. It's about 20 of them that have any real value. And like I said, if you go to that World Coin Index and click on market cap, you'll see that we're the fifth best performing one. Did you click on market cap? On the far right, click it twice, and it will bring Bitcoin to the top, and then Ethereum, and then Ripple, and then Litecoin, and then Capricorn. So it's you got the name ticker. Okay, is this being used for any marketing purposes or?
No taxes.
Absolutely. That's what these exchanges are for.
What if
think of
I make some
Bitcoin as
gains and then I
like
want to take some
the
of
reserve
the
currency of the
gains and put them
cryptocurrency
into
economy,
my
as is
wallet
the
to
US
spend at a
dollar
store? Is
is,
that
to
counted
the
as
global
taking money
economy.
out?
And when you're doing transactions, you're going to come in Bitcoin, you're going to, accumulate the Bitcoin, and then you're going to say, "Oh, I want to buy the Dash coin." So you can go and buy the Dash coin and buy it for whatever price it is, or place a bid order and say, "I'm willing to pay X amount." And if somebody owns those coins and they want to sell them to you at that price, then they'll go ahead and take that order. And then now you own the Dash coin and they own the Bitcoin. And now you want to get out of the Dash coin, you need to, let's say it goes up however much, profit you're happy with, and you sell it and you go back into the Bitcoin. Um, the Bitcoin is currency. It's been recognized by most of the governments of the world here, really all the governments of the world, as legitimate currency equivalent to all other currencies. So until you decide to take a capital gain and say, okay, my Dash coin went up, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to get into Bitcoin, I got my profit, I'm going to sell it, get back into cash. Until you do that, then you're not really paying anything so much to the government. This is like an international economy. Not when you're not taking it outside. It's like doing business, and profiting in the euro and going and working over there and then the U.S. government saying, "Hey, give me that money." No, it's still in Capricorn. You're saying if you made some gains in your Capricorn and you're like, why would you take it out? Now I can spend this profit and go buy some new shoes. Yeah, you're not taking it out into US dollars to make that transaction. The whole idea here is what we're doing is we are integrating mobile technology so we can bring cryptocurrency mainstream.
That's fantastic.
Very challenging. Even though there's hundreds of thousands
I live
of
in
locations
California,
that accept Bitcoin,
so
it
taxes
takes
really
hours
concern me,
sometimes. And
and
if a million people woke up tomorrow and
yeah,
realized that they
we
wanted
just
to
moved
buy
out
Bitcoin,
here actually
the network
a few months
verification
ago,
time would go
and
from
taxes are one of the
several hours
concerns,
to maybe
so,
a day. And
well, I mean, it all
retail
sounds
merchant
really
would wait a
exciting.
day for their,
There's a
to
lot of research
verify that transaction went
needs to
through.
go
So
into this.
yeah, we
But
love Bitcoin.
is
It's
it
got
okay
us to
that
where we're
I
at
put the
today, but I always kind of
visionary
call
and
it the prototype
Capricorn
that
links
accidentally got
into the
released.
YouTube video?
If they knew the
Okay.
challenges that they were going to run, and who's they? It's anonymously created. Nobody knows who created it. There's no marketing team. There's no management team. So it's just this thing got released. It literally launched the industry called the cryptocurrency industry as we know it. And it opened a lot of doors for us to be more innovative. And Capricorn is doing things that have never been done before in the cryptocurrency space. We want to bring this mainstream. We want to give people, like I said, the fastest, easiest, least expensive way to move any amount of money to anybody, anywhere. And if you're a business, here's the cool thing. Let's say you're a business and somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I want to pay with Capricorn," and you accept it, but you just don't really care. You'd rather have cash. You're not quite convinced of the whole cryptocurrency ideology yet. Well, you could say, "I'd rather have cash instead," and CapraPay will accommodate that purchase. So instead of you taking the Capricorn as a merchant, you just take your cash in your fiat currency in whatever country you're at, and there's still zero fees. I grew up in California. I'm no longer there. Yeah, sure. Uh, there's several links I can share with you. I think a good resource, a website that I've created is vizion.biz, vizion.biz. And that's just a generic website that I've created for everyone to share and use it as, any videos and trainings and webinars we do. I choose the best ones and I put them up there. And there's quite a bit up there, but you really want to master what we're doing here. It's not going to happen overnight. It took me a few
Right.
weeks
The Walmarts
to
and the
kind
Ford
of
Motor
get it. It
companies of
took
the world
over a
are
month for me to see the big picture.
down.
But I
And
also
yeah,
was by myself. There were no training videos. It was me talking to Andy and learning what this was all about on phone calls and taking pages and pages of notes and just trying to
oh, I
wrap
know.
my head
I
around
will
this.
go
But
to
once I
Walmart
did,
and find
I
something I
dropped
want. Then I'll pull out
everything
my
because I
phone,
realized
look
that this
on,
business
Amazon, and see if
is
the
bigger
price is
than
cheaper. A
all
lot of times
industries
it is, and I
combined
will
as far
order it
as
off
network
Amazon
marketing
after
companies
going to
go. When
Walmart
you look
to
at,
find something.
we're not just in
So
a
um,
niche. We're not just selling a diet
I mean,
product or a
the
lotion
economy
or a
is
cell
changing
phone or a
so much now
technology.
compared to
We
even
are
20 years
the
ago.
money
I mean, it's just
that
ridiculous.
pays for those products. We are getting paid off circulation of money, which is $80 trillion. It's and to put that in perspective, Uber is the fastest growing company in the history of the world. $50 billion. They disrupted a transportation industry that was valued at $12 billion. And all they did was launch a mobile app, and there's no drivers, there's no vehicles. They don't own taxis. All they did was create an app that connects people who own cars with people who need rides, and turned it into a $50 billion business. And it's the fastest growing company in the history of the world. And then there's Airbnb. There's multiple examples of disruptive technologies where things that our grandparents knew are no longer around today because a website has replaced it. And
everything is
shutting
connected with
hundreds of
technology.
stores
You
right now
know, I
because
mean,
you've
even
got
our
places like
TVs.
Alibaba and
I
Amazon
don't
that
own
own
cable. We've not owned cable in, I don't know, 3 years now. We have a Roku box and we've got Netflix. We can watch anything that we want to watch on that Roku box, and we bypass the cable company. You know, things work a whole lot different with the internet. I don't know about everybody else, but I watch YouTube a whole lot. Just, you know, who would have thought that people just making their own videos would be a hit? I mean, when YouTube first came out, nobody thought that would be a hit. But everybody's connected now.
And
Yeah,
it's happening
when I was young, I went out and played.
faster because of this world of
My son
interconnectivity.
hates
And
technology. He goes out and
everything
fishes and
is we're just
hunts
connected to
and does all kinds
technology,
of
and everything
outdoorsy
is
things.
just happening
But you know,
24/7. We're being bombarded
he's a
24/7
rare
with this
breed.
stuff
There is a
now,
lot of
and it's
anxiety
really
issues with
changing our
kids,
lifestyles. You
and
look
a
at
lot
the
of it is
studies of the
because they do have
kids
to
today,
have
the
that iPhone
millennials,
in their hand,
and
all,
their
24 hours a
problems
day.
of
So,
anxiety. And it's like if they don't
well,
have a phone
hey,
in their
do you
hand,
have
they're
any
not
last
doing
words about
something. They
visionary
have
or
extreme
any
anxiety.
type of
And it's like, you know,
Capricorn
I'm
or
33
anything
years
before we
old.
get off of here?
Luckily I grew up where my parents said go
Well,
outside and play and go poke each other with sticks and go run off in the woods. But only a few years later, you know, my cousins are stuck at the couch. And so I just missed that, you know, those few years there where I could have been one of those children that didn't have you can't really appreciate, you know, what it's like to be able to not have technology in your lives, right? It's refreshing. Some
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Oh man, I could talk for hours about this. uh, I mean, this is the biggest opportunity I've ever been a part of. I can't really uh, emphasize that enough. There is one, there's no monthly fees. Two, you're not buying any products. You're exchanging your money for basically and exchanging it in a form of digital currency, which is outside of the hands of the government, outside of the hands of the banking system. You can't be feed to death. This is your money. This is the people's economy. This has the opportunity for you to not just create a nice residual income, but let's face
right,
it,
yeah.
3% of people in the entire industry, network marketing wise, are having success. And I mean, that means $500 a month or more, which is not success. You're looking at 1% of people are actually making enough money to live in this industry. That's a flaw to me. So if you're out there evaluating companies, where do I feed into next? Where do I want to go long term? I've been doing this now over a decade. You know, building websites since I was 13 years old. Got my first network marketing company was when I was 18 years old, and have been working from home full time for over a decade doing this. I've worked at the corporate level. again, I can't emphasize enough that there is no other opportunity out there like this that's going to give the average person a chance of success without recruiting, without paying monthly fees, without stocking up their garage full of products, without going to events and trying to sell and peddle products. No, you want to know what we're going to be teaching people how to do? Protect their money, grow their money, create 21st century financial insurance, because it sounds like you guys are privy to what's happening around the world. You don't trust the governments, you don't trust the banks. So this is a plan B. And the owner or the president, who's part owner as well, a visionary, I met him about 8-9 years ago, and we launched a gold company together. It's one of well, he restructured the company. When I say we, I mean I was with him doing a lot of it. He did the main, the heavy lifting, of course. But he launched a gold company, restructured it, rewrote the compensation plan, and did it because
that's true. It's very true.
Understood that 4,000 countries have now gone bankrupt following the exact same monetary policies. We've created hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt. It is unsustainable. And already we're seeing in places like Greece, Argentina, Zimbabwe, the banks are saying, sorry, we don't have enough money for you. Yeah, I know you've been putting your money in here for 50 years, but I'm sorry. Here's $40. Hopefully this gets you by. And limiting them to how much money they can withdraw per day, while everything else around them is increasing in value. Their rent, their food, their commodities, their energy, electricity costs. Everything is doubling and tripling in value, and the banks are saying, sorry, we don't have enough money here for you. And these are the banks that we trusted and relied upon, and then they did all these derivatives bets, and that's a whole other story, but they basically bankrupted our economy and multiple economies around the world. And now they're talking about getting into digital currency. So this is where this whole financial industry is headed. And I see this as we're at the forefront of one of the biggest transformational shifts this financial industry has ever seen. The technology, the innovative things that are coming out of this space right now is light years beyond what the banks and the governments are thinking, and they can't keep up. And whatever they try to produce, well, we know their strategies, we know their agenda.
Well,
it's to suppress the people, enslave the people financially.
right. Well,
At least
I
in
was
my
meaning
opinion.
to
Of course,
end
I can't
this
say that's how
a few
everybody
minutes
feels,
ago, but I just keep having more questions come up because it's so
so
fascinating.
so we're not
I
here
don't know.
just to
About a
make
year
money.
ago,
We're here to
about a year
protect
ago,
people's money,
Dacias came to
give you
me
a
and
hedge
said,
against inflation,
"Hey,
and
have
show
you?
you how to have
Are you
real
involved
21st
in
century
whatever
financial insurance. Because at
cryptocurrency
the end
we
of the
were talking
day,
about at the
we're not
time?"
just going to be a
And I said,
cryptocurrency company. We've
bull.
got other
I'm not
products
getting
that
into
we're going
that
to be bringing
hogwash.
on board here,
But
like
after
any week
after
now,
doing some
where I can
research,
talk
I
about
called
one
him
of them,
back
which
one
is the
day and I was like,
strategic
"Hey, tell
metals.
me a little bit more about this."
Andy
And you know what?
Klobuchar,
He
president, just
is the
got back from
one
Panama
person that
last week,
has
arranging and
caused me to
finalizing
do
all
more
these deals to
research
now offer
than I've ever
strategic
done
metals
in the past
that are
about it.
growing
And
in value
I did some
every
online
year, and
polling
they're
to
just
find
an
out, are
awesome
people
form of
actually
asset
interested in
protection.
this?
And
And I did
so
2 polls. I did one
he is,
about 6
like I
months
said,
ago,
came
and
from
then I
Wall
did one
Street.
here
He was a
recently.
vice president of
And
Liberty Financial,
the
saw
one
all
6
the
months
greed
ago,
and the
hardly
manipulation and the
anybody was
corruption
interested
happening,
in
where he's
it.
like,
And
I got
the
to get
one
away from
recently,
this.
a lot
And
more of the
I don't
people
know
that were
how
not
it
interested
landed
in
in
it
my
6
path,
months
but
ago
it's
are
been the
starting to
best person
see the
that
news
I've
stories
connected
come
with in
across.
the
They're
last
starting to
decade.
open
He's
their
been the
minds a
best
little bit.
mentor, giving me the best
But
advice,
personally,
helped me in
I'm
so many
tired
areas,
of
understanding how
eating
this whole
everything that the
economic system
governments
works. And
feed us.
he's right.
I'm
Everything
tired
he
of it.
said
It's
is that's
stupid.
going to happen has happened.
Every political party
And
is the same, and it's
he
just
wants to
ridiculous.
he
So,
believes that the
um,
cryptocurrency is the only
one
opportunity
last
that's
one
going to
last
give people
question
a
for you.
chance
You
to
mentioned network
during a very
marketing.
volatile next decade, give
I
people a chance,
How
a
does that
safe
work
haven for their
if a
money
person
and
wanted to get
security
involved with
for their
network
assets and their
marketing?
family. So it's not just about making money, it's about protecting the money and the people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, stop right there because a lot of people don't even know what mining time is. Can you explain that in a nutshell? No. Yeah.
So the idea here is, like I said, we don't sell you the coin at Visionary. We sell you the mining time. Now, if you want to go out and go on the exchanges and do it yourself, you're free to. This is your money. This is that's the beauty of this is you get these coins, and next week you're like, a bill came up, I got to pay this, and they don't accept Capricorn. Great, sell your coins and pay your bill. Um, there's no monthly fees. You buy the mining time. That's the product we sell. That's the product we earn the commissions on. That's one of the products.
Right, because the banks would take over again because they've got the money to do it.
Sure. So the reason why this is so significant here is because in order to generate and accumulate a Bitcoin, you need to mine it. But so like I said, nobody knows who the owner is. There's no management team. There's no marketing team. So who keeps this economy alive? People like you and
It's
me
crazy.
who
Yeah,
are
well, you know what?
passionate
I mean,
about cryptocurrency.
there's
That
people that
went
do
out
that
and
all the
spent
time. I'm involved in the
$20,000
trading world.
on
I do
computers
trade
and
derivatives. I'm part of
servers,
that
and then we read
problem,
books on
But
crypto
when
communication
I
and
mean, there's
algorithms and
opportunity there. I
mining,
can see
right?
it.
Does that sound like your
I'm very
friends and family
excited
want to
to
go do
do a
that?
little bit more
No.
research about it.
That's
So,
why it
but
never
all
went
that being said, I have
mainstream,
got
is
to
it's a
go.
fringe,
But
kind of a
I may
nerd
talk to you in the
activity.
future
And
about it a little bit more.
so
And I want to thank Mr. King
the
for hooking up
idea
this
is people
call today.
they
So
buy these computers,
that's
and
all
what
I've
they
got,
do
man.
is they program their computer to solve formulas. And these formulas have answers that are 64 digits or longer. And this is why, like, my laptop can't do it. It would take 3 weeks for my laptop to solve this problem. And when you're competing against multiple people that are dumping money, that have a ton of
Okay.
resources,
All right. Well, thank
because the
you.
bigger,
And
badder computer
Mr.
you get
King,
with the
thank
more
you.
servers,
And I will be
guess
talking
what?
to
You're
both
getting
of
more
you
coins.
pretty soon.
So it's like, why even try to
Right.
compete with
You
the
guys
big
have a
boys
great
if you
day.
don't
Thank
have
you.
$20,000 or $30,000? So it's kind of crazy. Well,